Ladies, Pasha, Victoria, thank you so much for coming today. I'm so excited to talk to you guys.
We are so honored to be here. Very excited to be here.
So, women's empowerment. Oh my goodness, what a powerful conversation we're going to have right now. Why is women's empowerment important?
Well, you know, for me, I've been in women's empowerment now for 22 years. And what started me out was at 23 years old, I walked into this room knowing nothing about business. Here I am, this 23-year-old woman in this room dominated with mostly men, trying to figure this thing called entrepreneurship out. And I realized that I was kind of on an island by myself. I didn't have a lot of mentors. I didn't know what to do, and it was this male-dominated field. And I said to myself, you know, I need to create something as I succeed and as I build my success to help other women along the way. So once I got started in business at 23, I went on that emotional and that business roller coaster that most women ride. And once I started to succeed, I said to myself, you know what? We need to create an easy system so women can step in and learn how to lead, how to speak, how to be in an environment where even though you're the only woman, you can still remain feminine, but at the same time have your strength and power.
Absolutely. And Victoria, you have a unique view on women empowerment as well, right?
Yeah, I think for me, I grew up with just these really core beliefs of women empowerment because I was raised by a single mother and I had a grandmother and an aunt. So just I was really surrounded by some really strong women in my life. So for me, it was always kind of ingrained, like, you know, women need to be empowered, women need to feel like they have a sense of place in careers or in the workplace, you know, at home, wherever it is, they need to have a sense of empowerment. And so that led me to my career as a counselor. And through my career and through some of my volunteer work, I really feel it's important to, you know, get women in an emotional, mental, physical state where they feel like they can be empowered. And through counseling and through group therapy and things like that, I feel like that's really important for women to feel like they can emotionally handle, you know, what's thrown out there for them and why they need to feel like empowerment is something that can help them thrive in whatever aspect of their lives they're struggling with, whether it be home life or work life.
Also, to add to both of your statements about women empowerment, every woman has a story. And at P5, I always think about that. Every woman who walks through our doors, they walk in being the strongest, being the pillar of their family, and they walk in and they break down because they realize they spent most of their time raising their kids, you know, helping their family grow, mothers, mother-in-laws, cousins, I mean, whoever it is, you name it, they're doing it, right? Multiple hats and roles, but they don't take care of themselves. So when you think about women empowerment, it's not just saying, yes, I, being a woman, need to take care of everyone around me, but I am the core strength, right? So if I don't take care of myself, how can I take care of others? So for me, women's empowerment for me is saying, yes, I can. There is nothing that can be on the list of, no, you know, let's do that later. No, you need to do that today because your time is today. Right. And there should be no limitations. And so that's why at P5, when we think about 360 wellness and we think about take care of your health, and then we bring you, someone with your expertise, and talk about the mental health component of it and being, you know, mentally strong and spiritually and emotionally strong.
Right.
And then having someone like you with your background, you're always empowering other women to support them as entrepreneurs and saying, you can have it all. And there's nothing that's not, you know, within your reach.
Women's empowerment is truly a source to refuel the woman that gives so much. And like you said, we're giving, but if you don't refuel yourself, people always say, you know, I'm a great mom because I'm giving all my time, I'm giving this, I'm doing everything for everything else. And the one thing that we don't stop to do is to refuel ourselves and love on ourselves. And when you give away so much and you never take the time to refuel, that's when I see women walk in and break down, like you said. So when you come into an environment as a woman where you're surrounded by other strong women that are doing a lot of the same things that you're doing, we're running businesses, we're running a family, which is a business pretty much, you know, and you're doing all of these different things. And you one day wake up and say to yourself, I'm exhausted. Or worse, some women that wake up and they've lived their lives for everyone else and they're in their 40s now and they're thinking to themselves, I'm not happy, I'm not fulfilled. And so that's where we step in to say, okay, how do we help you find your joy? Because in order for you to be a better wife, a better mom, a better businesswoman, you've got to find that purpose, and you've got to be truly happy. And how do you wake up every single day with joy and go to bed every single night thankful? And that's one of the things that when you come to our events that you're going to experience. You're going to walk out of there, you're going to know how to find that passion and purpose.
Absolutely. So this is an exciting time. So we got together and we talked about the need of having events geared toward women. So we are built by women for women.
Yes.
That's a powerful statement. I get jokes all the time. Does that one male will be in the room? I'm like, of course, of course we'll have that. But the whole point of having P5 Women's Empowerment is to think of ways and forums and platforms where we can bring women of all ethnic backgrounds, all different types. You can be a stay-at-home mom, you can be a CEO of a company, you can be an entrepreneur, you can be a counselor, you can be whoever it is. Right. But you get to come in and be around positive females who want to uplift you. Right. I think that's the biggest thing. So we're so excited. Let's talk about our first event. So Saturday, June 30th, 12 noon. What's going on? Let's talk about how we are planning this wonderful event and how everyone out there can hear about what they're signing up for if they want to come.
Well, what I'm so excited about, first of all, not just the fact that we have all these powerhouse women that are coming together. We're coming together here in Frisco, Texas, in one of the most beautiful environments ever over the Lincoln Experience. It's amazing. It truly is an experience. But what I'm excited about are the women who get to walk through that door. I know when they walk out, their lives are going to be transformed. Because now, take a look at this. We have every area that women need. Here we have P5 that's able to show them, how do you get your body in top shape? Like, how do you get in the best physical shape you've ever been in your life? And then we have the counseling component where there's so many women that are mentally at a space where they need that mental refueling. And then we empower them financially as well. And when you take a look at all of those things that we're going to be able to bring to them, when they come into that world and into that environment on June 30th, I know without a shadow of a doubt that they're going to be happy and that they're going to wish they had brought more girlfriends with them because we're going to lay it out on the table. And that's the thing about it. When you bring women together, you're able to bring down that wall and you're able to have those conversations that a lot of times when you're a woman at the top, you may not have people you can talk to. Right. So now you're in an environment where if you're struggling with something, you now have someone who can help you through that. If you want to enhance and grow your business, you have someone who can help you take where you are in business and add a few things and tweak a few things that are able to help you increase your bottom line. And I think those things are very important and most importantly, very needed.
That's right. That's right. So what's the topic, Victoria?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about the topic. The topic is navigate your way through the mess of stress. And I think a lot of women feel like they might be, handling stress well, or they may not be handling stress the best way that they can. I think it's important that women have different coping skills, but at the end of the day, without having a sense of self-care and a sense of self-worth and self-love, you're not going to really use those coping skills that, you've instilled in you. Yes, you can go for a run and feel less stressed, but at the end of the day, on your run, were you thinking about what am I going to do next to feed the kids? Where do they have to go? What's on my list of things to do for work? So you're not in like a mindful place. Even when you're doing these healthy coping skills, your mind is wandering constantly. And so I think it's really important for women to understand what self-care really is, and that in order to have a true sense of self-care, you have to have a sense of self-love. Because if you're, like you said, taking care of other people and re-giving and giving and giving and not replenishing yourself, then you're letting people know that you don't truly love yourself and appreciate yourself, and therefore you're not really taking care of yourself. And so I think it's really important that when you think about stress, it's also about your self-worth and how you're taking care of yourself and how you're letting people know that this is how I take care of myself, and I want to be treated in a certain way because I feel like I'm worth taking care of myself, and I'm not just going to continue to give and give without feeling replenished in all aspects of life. So I'm really excited to kind of give women not just, like I said, the coping skills, but the right kind of emotional, mental tools to carry on with them after they leave our workshop.
And who deals with stress?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Yes.
Right? So this applies to everyone.
Right.
Absolutely.
We chose a topic that's very almost unimportant to people because they feel that stress is something you handle every day. There's always a level of stress the moment your feet hits the floor to the moment you close your eyes and go to sleep. Because if you are a wife, a mother, or you know, an entrepreneur, or you know, you're talking to patients, I mean, there's a level of stress because you know, there's so many different ways you can look at an issue, or prevent an issue, right? So I'm really excited about having this us kick off our workshop, our first series of workshop at the Lincoln Experience Center in Frisco, Texas by Cowboy Star on Saturday, June 30th at 12 noon. We will be having registration links so everybody can register online. We are so blessed to have both of you as the keynote speakers. It will be very interesting because we will have a lot of audience participation, a lot of giveaways.
Yes, we will.
And we'll make it as beneficial and really a networking event and support, because we want people to walk out and make new friends, new connections. And even be able to talk to experts and say, or to all three of us and say, how can we help each other with existing resources instead of reinventing the wheel? So Saturday, June 30th at the Lincoln Experience Center at 12 noon. We're so excited. Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation.
Oh, thank you for having us. We're looking forward to it.